Wetlands, like muskeg, have often been overlooked as wastelands. But many Saskatchewan Northerners know that the muskeg is actually bursting with life.
And this is really good for your hair, this plant. And if you go to a new place and you have allergy reaction to the place, you wash your skin with this. And these are such small ones, eh?
Knowledge keeper Eleanor Hegland says she doesn't need a pharmacy, that there's plenty of medicine out on the land.
Now what is this plant here, girl?
The muskeg is intertwined with local indigenous culture. It is used by gatherers, trappers, and hunters. It is rich with mushrooms, berries, and of course, the plant commonly known as Labrador tea.
It's a medicine drink. And we bottle it. Old ladies make their tea, and they send their kids to the muskeg. Go find some good tea.
But these medicines and the muskeg that houses them are under threat.
At Lambert Peat Moss, we believe in what we do.
Lambert Peat Moss, a Quebec company, is proposing an 80-year harvesting plan. It wants to lease 4 sections of the muskeg land around La Ronge, just over 2,500 hectares of land.
Because, hey, when I say it starts here,
The company would clear the land, harvest the peat, and then sell it for use in potting and garden soil.
If people dig it all up, what do we have? A war zone? You nothing. You killed it. If they do the peat moss, what will we have left? There will be no medicine for our grandkids.
The acidic peat bogs are a special kind of ecosystem. They take centuries to form, made up of layers and layers of decaying matter. They're sometimes several meters deep. The spongy bogs store water, and on the surface, they host passing animals, like woodland caribou, and they're also home to rare plants. Muskegs are also one of the world's best carbon capture systems, storing more carbon per area than forests. But disruptions like peat harvesting eliminate that natural carbon sink. And harvesting also means that those large amounts of carbon are going to be released into the atmosphere.
And we can't afford that in our time and age. And I'm always like, we're in the climate crisis and people don't treat it as a crisis.
Miriam Coroner is one of many community members trying to share what's at stake if the proposal goes ahead. She fell in love with the land 2 decades ago and never left. Coroner is now helping lead the fight against muskeg mining.
The ultimate goal is, like the short-term goal is to stop Lambert peat mining from coming in here and harvesting peat. But I think the long-term goal would be to ban peat mining, period, in Saskatchewan.
Many of the people using the land that's targeted by Lambert in this proposal are members of the Lac La Ronge Indian Band, one of the largest First Nations in Canada, representing about 11,000 people.
If we don't have our land, we don't have anything.
The band has expressed fierce opposition to the project.
When industry comes in like this and government wants to permit this type of activity, it does trigger duty to consult, and we have, denounced it through that process.
Because once we kill it, everything else, we're going to die too, and there's going to be...
One band member, who is also a teacher, says she was shocked when she learned what could happen to the land.
I start to look at videos and stuff of what it looks like when they harvest the peat moss or mine it, and all of this would be taken away and cleared and then drained, and then they vacuum it up with these big machines. And
she shared what she was learning about peat harvesting and the wonders of the muskeg with her grade 7 students, like how the wet bogs are a natural fire break, critical for a community like theirs, often threatened by fire, including this summer. They decided to act.
We thought, well, let's do a petition, and then we thought maybe we'd get 1,000 signatures, and we got over 20,000. So.
This peat harvesting proposal has not yet received the green light to go ahead. The Provincial Ministry of Environment will review the company's environmental impact statement and public feedback, But those fighting for the muskeg say the process should be stopped now.
Try to keep our land for our future generations. And if the young ones are saying that they don't want this, I don't know why we're not listening to their voices.
Lambert did not respond to our request for comment, but the company has previously promised that it would restore the land. Lambert says the bog won't regain the thickness and depth we see today for hundreds of years. And for people who rely on the land for its offerings and its teachings, that thought is daunting. That's why people like Eleanor Hegland say she won't let the land go without a fight.
You're destroying our culture by taking the muskeg away. You're really destroying who we are. It's not just the muskeg, you're destroying a culture. And this is used for medicine too.
And she knows her allies, her fellow muskeg warriors, are walking beside her. Kendall Latimer, CBC News, near La Ronge, Saskatchewan.